Hey, everybody coming in. Give me one moment. Let me get everybody come in. Hold on. And let me go check my stuff real quick. So I'm going to let some music play just for 2 minutes, a minute or two, and then we're going to get started. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey. Hey, Mars. Hey, Brenda. Thank you. Hey. I want to say this. To the people that been following me with the Carmelo and giving me y'all opinion, I really do appreciate y'all. Don't think I don't. I do appreciate y'all. Even if it's, we have different opinions or you feel like certain situations, I really do appreciate y'all and I appreciate y'all feedback and I love that. Okay, now give me like 2 minutes. Let me go flip my stuff and then we finna get started on Miss Porsha because it's a lot going on with this. Everybody's talking about it with the receipts. I forgot to add my damn TikTok. Let me go to TikTok. Okay, there we go. All right, I'll be right in. Give me like 1 or 2 minutes. All right, y'all. So listen. Hold on. Oh, okay. So listen. Child. Okay, so we gonna watch this live. We're gonna recap this live. I might be a little in and out because I'm right here fixing me some lunch, child. I went to bed. I ate early, went to bed, and child, that's probably why I woke up with a little slight headache. But we're gonna get into this live. So Porsha did an interview with Carlos King. And the interview was basically about everything that happened. She put it out on the table. Now, after we watch this, we are going to go. I might stop, pause, and pull up what's factual. But with the Fallon and Porsha situation, we're going to take our time to discuss it. Now, what Porsha did was wrong. Absolutely. But at the same time, we got to get into the tea about Fallon because I don't know why Fallon laying with this man and still discussing Porsha and Simon. Porsha and Simon is over, but let's get into it, y'all.
Thank you.
I
feel good.
For you.
I feel good.
No, I can tell.
I do.
What do you think brings
Because I
on
had a
this?
little cocktail before we started.
Okay, is that?
So we on water now.
Is it Hennessy?
Mm-mm.
No, we stop with that.
No. It's a little mixture.
Child, she's never going to give up her Hennessy. I don't know what people think. Porsha is a Hennessy girl. Okay? Hennessy, lemon pepper, wings, and hookah. She's never giving that up. Sorry. She might give up. Now, she loves her some wings. She might give us some hookah. But when it comes to Hennessy and wings, she ain't giving it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm vegan.
You're vegan?
How do you look at this body? You think this is my?
But you work out all the time.
I know, but my titties are setting because.
And this waistline. What is it? Okay, Alondria. Alondria, put your sunglasses on there. Damn. But I've been doing a little something too.
No, you look good.
Yeah, I stopped breads and I stopped sodas.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sodas were killing me. I had no idea how much fluid I was holding with drinking soda. So ever since I stopped sodas, like now when I work out, Coco.
Hey, Coco,
Okay,
listen.
Coco, Chanel is paying attention. Coco,
and Louis, so Coco Chanel meet your brothers, Louis and Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton, yes.
You know I had to dress up for you.
And they look good. You look good.
Thank you.
I love that we go over the top for each other. We knew
I know. Listen, that's what we do.
We knew it.
Listen. This has been a year in the making.
Yes, it has.
You are literally, and this is no cap, you are literally my #1 most requested guest.
No.
I'm sure you've seen the comments.
Are you serious?
Anytime I leave you like a love letter in your comments.
Yes, they know we have a love fest.
Yes. They're always like, When is she coming on the show? And you know what's so funny?
What?
The girls assume Porsha ain't fucking with Carlos. That's why she ain't going on his podcast.
That's what they think?
Yes, because I think, listen, everyone knows that you and I have this adoration for each other.
Yeah.
But there's also a thing called timing.
Yes.
And I want you to know.
Yes.
I want this interview on some real shit.
Yeah.
Okay? I want this to be...
You mean this conversation?
Exactly.
Because you're not about to interview me. Let's just be real. We're just gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta catch up. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I know people are saying like, oh, she probably don't want to do the interview. No, like, I don't necessarily like interviews. You know what I mean? Like, you already know, I'm misunderstood a lot of times. So I do interviews when I have to do interviews, and you know, sit downs like this can be a lot, but I'm like, you know what? I trust you and I want to have more of a conversation.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
what this is.
Well, that's what this is. Because the thing is this, I've known you for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Did you ever think in a million years that the girl who started season 5 would become the face of season 17? And you are literally, and this is not me blowing smoke up your ass, and I hope you receive it if you haven't. You have become the face of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And what was so interesting about that is when we were together, I will always say to you,
All right, guys, I'm back. Hey, Stacey Ray.
believe in you. I think you're everything.
Yeah.
You are the little engine that could.
Yeah.
Did you see yourself being this woman who would be front-facing season 17 12 years later?
1 second, I gotta move this knee. I'm over 40. You know I'm turning 45 this year. I'm turning 45 this year and I got the wrong knee bent. Okay? 'Cause if I wait the whole interview to bend it straight, we're gonna have a problem. So let me just straighten it out right now.
Do what you do.
Yeah, let me do what I gotta do for me.
Yeah, girl, get comfortable, cause it should be 45. Get comfortable with that knee, girl.
Okay? Because we could be premenopause, these joints is screaming. Okay, we're gonna reset. Okay,
Go
here
ahead.
we go. And this is my corn showing, goddamn. That's a lot to worry about at this age. But, okay. Back to what you're saying. Did I know back then that I would be in this place?
No.
I knew that I was bigger than my circumstance. I knew that back then, as hard as it was being on the show, being a loner on the show, I don't think people really understand I was a loner for the majority of time. Like, I didn't take part, or nobody asked me to be a part of any type of alliance or any of that. So
She's not lying. Her first season when she came on with Cordell, she was a loner. She went through that divorce. Her and Nene started becoming more friends. Her and Phaedra started a friendship. And I feel like that friendship was a little more stronger. And then we saw the situation with Kenya. Candy was like, no, she wanted her to stay on the show. Then her friendship with Candy started. But I think the situation between Candy and Phaedra and Porsha in the middle, which I have said before, kind of was like weird, because even though Porsha owned up and said she apologized, it was weird because it was like she's in the middle. Hey, happy Friday. She was, you know, in the middle because they were falling out, and that was hard for her. So she not lying, she was a loner. If we want to go and look at everything, she kind of was a loner. She was making friends, but then she started freaking friends, and started to like her 3rd, 4th season back. She was a loner. Like, let's be for real.
I called myself kind of a flirter. I was kind of friends with everyone or none. You know what I mean? And, you know, I went through my life and I opened up for the cameras just naturally. You know what I mean? Just because at some point you realize this is meant for me. This is what I'm going to do. So I didn't know exactly where it would take me. And now, yes, I appreciate the accolades. Yes, I appreciate being, you know, one of the more known people on the show. I don't know if I knew that. That really wasn't what I was ever seeking. I just knew I would be successful.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Because I never would have foreseen Nene not being here. I never would have foreseen Kenya not being here. Candy. I never would have foreseen it because we were such a sisterhood, such a family. And outside of a family, we were the business of Bravo. And I just knew that we would always be doing this together. And you don't really see an end to it. You know what I mean? We owned it. It was our house.
Yeah.
So I would just hope like now I'm a good keeper of the house. That one day they may come back to, and even if they don't, I'm a good keeper of it. I'm gonna hold it down. Okay, I'm a part of the fucking foundation.
You are a solidified vet. Let me ask you this. When season 16 started, you and Kenya were the vets that came back to sort of resurrect this soft reboot.
Yeah.
When Kenya got suspended from the show, did it make you nervous in terms of, I have to carry this now on my own?
No, it didn't. And not because Kenya didn't have impact, because when I came back to the show after taking off for 3 years, I was excited to be in the same space as Kenya again. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what the hell that was gonna look like. I didn't know if she was gonna be riding me about my marriage or whatever, or my divorce. And I didn't know if we were gonna be making up and be grown women and try to build a friendship. But I knew that she was gonna hold a great space for me as in another leader in the pack. And, you know, even though this is an ensemble cast and people now think, oh, I like being the head person in charge. No, I love a strong cast. I cannot say that enough.
You do.
I do love a strong cast. I don't need to be the
She do love a strong cast. Well, every time somebody asks her who will be her strong cast, she named the people that are strong cast for her. Not saying these new ladies aren't, but listen, I've been watching the franchise for the past 17 years. Damn. Whew. Okay, never stopped. I never stopped. They need a strong cast. It needs one because that's what make Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think a lot of people wanted to go back to season 5. I don't think it'll ever go back to season 5, but I do think there's a way that they can revamp and do things. And I see they're trying that. But let's be for real. She like a strong cast, and we all do. We love a strong cast. We do.
The queen of nothing. We all queens as far as I'm concerned, because that means I can work a little less. I can work a little less. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Kenya having to leave, it did hurt me. It did, because I felt like we were able to just meet each other in a different space. I feel like the space that she and I had built, and yes, I'm gonna add myself in, whether the bitch bullied me for years or not, I'm gonna add myself in because everybody plays a part in a relationship. But I feel like the space we had grown up on the show in was very toxic. And I feel like my time away and her time away, when we came back this time, we wanted to get to know each other on a different space. It was more like, I respect you, you respect me. Damn, bitch, I missed you, you missed me. Forget the drama. Let's see if we can get to know each other because we're the last one standing.
Yeah.
And so when she left, it wasn't so much as, dang, how am I gonna hold this down? It was, you guys step up to the plate and do what you gotta do. You know?
Girl, me too. Like, it's so crazy to see Candy's daughter in her 20s. It's crazy to see Phaedra and Kim kids, you know, and Nene kids grown. Like, it's crazy. It's like, what the hell? Because we watched them, Noelle, all of them. Like, they're all adults. Like, it's crazy. And you got Phaedra kids about to be adults.
Now, unfortunately, when she left, I was divorcing. So I wasn't really in the space to step up. Like, that year that she left was probably one of my toughest years coming back.
Now, I'm gonna say this: Kenya and Porsha got along when Porsha was going through her divorce because Kenya understood what it was. That's when their friendship got better. Like, it got better. Like, you know, Kenya would ask her about it. Porsha would tell her, you know, they had little conversations. You could tell because Kenya was there. And then Kenya, why did you mess that up?
I started the season going through a divorce. Drew and I were going through it. I just wasn't open emotionally to anybody on the cast except for Cynthia. And so, although I knew that there needed to be an anchor at some point, I wasn't ready to do that at that time. I wasn't even ready to open up to the show in that way, besides, okay, if I need to handle something in a moment, handle it. And when I left, I left. And that's really not the best way to step into that anchor position. I feel like this season, I'm more present. I'm healing. I'm at a better place as far as where I'm healing. And not to say that I'm the anchor or not. I think it's pretty obviously that me, Phaedra, and Cynthia are the anchors. Yeah.
When I look at you, Porsha Diane Williams.
Yes.
Okay?
Come on, government.
I'm like, you made it known that you can't count a bitch out.
No. Well, you can't count me out because God has counted me in. So there's not a person on this earth who can count me out. My destiny is already set. It is what it's going to be. It's a matter of whether I'm going to step into that place and own it or not. And I think at this point in my life, I am totally owning everything that is there for me. I'm owning my success. I'm owning my mistakes. I'm owning everything. So it was never anybody who could give it to me or take it away from me. It's whether I woke the fuck up and said, you know what? I'm that bitch, you know, and I'm that girl whether I'm divorced. I'm that girl whether I'm single. I'm that girl whether I'm kicked out of my house. I'm that girl whether housewives want me back or not. I'm that girl regardless. And when I started to really accept that and celebrate myself and envision my future without anything else besides me being empowered, then, you know, nothing could touch that. Nothing.
And it's funny because I look back at you season 6.
Yeah.
And
wait, what was going on season 6?
Oh, I'm about to tell you.
Okay, what?
Episode 1, season 6, second scene. The episode premiere started off with Nene and Greg opening up their wedding gifts. They just got remarried. Yeah. And then it cut to you. And it cut to
what
you.
Was I doing?
You were talking to Randy Kessler.
Oh, yes.
And I remember praising you to the network that season because you were positioned as like this.
Porsha left that marriage with Cordell with nothing but her wedding dress and her clothes. Nothing. Not a alimony, nothing.
Separate wife.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean? Season 5. And it was sort of like, well, who is she now? Who is Porsha season 6? And what I do want the world to know is this, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, and I never said this publicly. No one produced you season 6. No one gave you ideas, suggestions. You were so real and raw. And I remember marveling at your strength because when you were talking to Randy Kessler, and that's when we all found out that this man who you devoted your life to divorced you on Twitter first, which is how you found out. And not only did you have to find out he divorced you via Twitter, you were removed from the home. He kicked you out.
Right. Oh, 100%.
And then you had to live with your mother. And then I remember Miss Diane passionately declaring to the world that you were driving around your Mercedes-Benz and you had to ask your mother for $500. And my thought process at that time was, who you are today, do you feel like subconsciously, when it comes to the decisions you make in relationships or your career, is it because you never want to be put in a situation where a man can kick you out? You have to borrow $500 from your mother. You have to move back in with her, and you have to start from scratch.
So for me, season 6 and having to re-enter the show completely opposite to what I thought I was going to give to the camera. So, you know, I think that a lot of people, you know, nowadays, housewives come onto the show, they audition or not, and they get put on the show, and then they become whatever character they possibly think they need to be, right? And hey, good, better, and different. Maybe that's how people make reality TV now. But some girls, they do that.
Oh, yeah.
However, my mind frame and how I joined the show in the beginning was, I'm a wife. You know, I have a husband who was famous. You know, I have a certain pedigree from which I come from. And I wanted to unveil what a beautiful Black family looked like. And that's what I thought I was coming to do. So it was no negative in my mind. And then season 2, reality kicked in and said, oh no, this is your real life. And the dotted line you signed on, they still got to see the ugly. And I think that is where I bought into my staying power on reality TV, and where I paid the price to have supporters be on this journey with me. When they realized that although I thought my life was perfect and I wanted to cook his meals, that at this point my mama got to cook my meals. You saw on camera, my mama got to bring me breakfast. My mama got to house me, clothe me, etc. I think when I was able to let the camera see that a woman can see herself through a man's eyes only, and then forget who she is and then rebuild, that was important to show, is when I clocked in. I think at that point is when I knew after that season longevity would be there. Because after that season of showing how broken I was, Candy was there for me during that. I think that's when she and I really got close.
I did say that. I say her and Candy got close around that time. Cordell did her dirty. He went on there, I want a divorce. And that was that.
After being that vulnerable in front of cameras, knowing that was the opposite of what I thought I was going to show, and I would meet people in the street and they would say, Porsha, it was because you showed what you went through. Porsha, it's because you decided to go through this and open up your family life, open up and show that all what glitz and glows is not perfect. When you did that, you helped me. You helped me walk away from a relationship that might have been abusive. You helped me, find strength in myself, or rebuild, or just reimagine what your damn life could be like. When I did that, that's when I said, okay, I'm now married to this world. And I decided that I'm gonna stick to it. You know what I mean? Like, not only, yes, there's a realistic part of the check being there, and that was great. Mm-hmm. But there was also a part of me that decided, this is who I'm supposed to be at this moment. This is the part of my life I'm supposed to show. Whether I become a TV host or not, whether I own multi-million-dollar companies or not, I'm also supposed to show the other side of being a woman and what we go through that may be embarrassing, that would be hurtful, where a moment where I have to be vulnerable. At that moment, I knew this is a part of me. And it was on through the seasons, I want to say maybe around season 8, is when I realized that it was, don't take this too deep, I know how people roll with my words. It was somewhat of a ministry to be able to basically show my testimony. Like, everything that I was going through it and giving that. I'm the type of person, if you meet me, and I don't care what you got going on. Now, it's a part of my ADD for me to want to relate to you while you're telling me a story. Like, you could be telling me a story and my mind is running to find something similar to relate to you, right? Mm-hmm. But it's also a part of me, because it's a part of my calling to also, if I'm talking to someone, be like, dang, I went through the same thing. And this is how I was encouraged, or this is how I made it through. And reality TV became that vehicle for me to do that. Now, I'm not saying that I knew I was, this powerful of a person to help change people's lives. I just knew that if I was real, if I ignored the cameras, if I just lived my life authentically, that it would help somebody. That's what I knew in the end. And that's pretty much what kept me doing this all this time.
Well, no, listen, and I don't think there's anything to be bashful about when it comes to your testimony.
Yeah.
Listen, you and I are very spiritual, and in my faith, God makes no mistakes, and everything happens for a reason. And you have to sit there and understand the role you played in the situation, mm-hmm. but also how can I remove myself from the situation and grow from it.
Right.
And I think in your marriage to Cordell, a lot of that to me was her first marriage.
Yes.
And you married a Heisman Trophy winner. And I will never forget him being on the radio, and he said he was used to being heralded mm-hmm. as Cordell Stewart, the Heisman Trophy winner. Mm-hmm. And he was now reduced to meeting people as Porsha's husband. Yeah. You remember that, right?
I do. And I was forewarned by Nene. I'll never forget, we were on the first trip that I took, where Kenya was spinning around and Nene was doing all she was doing. That's the first trip where Nene looked at me and she said, you realize what you signed up for? Yeah. She said, first of all, your husband's pussy game is going to go through the roof. And my innocent self at that time, I'm only 30. I'm like, who game? And what roof? And how they gonna get in contact with? She was like, no. You don't put him on his TV. You put him out there. And I was like, okay, wow. The second thing she told me was, it can only be one star in that house. And what was so crazy about her telling me that was, I can remember one time we had a disagreement and he said those exact words.
He said what?
There can only be one star in this house.
He said that.
Yeah. And so, and listen, that's not taking anything away from him or taking anything away from me, but he was the celebrity in our relationship. And, you know, at that point, the Real Housewives fans are bigger than NFL, NBA, WNBA. They are huge and they're very, very passionate. So no matter where you're going, they're going to feel overwhelming. And at that moment, I think it felt like my stardom had risen beyond, you know. But, you know, she did forewarn me. And I just think in that marriage, it wasn't really a fault of his. And it really wasn't a fault of mine. Sometimes when two people get married, they can have an intention to have a particular life. But your upbringing also plays a part. So although I was born to be a wife, I feel, and I was raised to be a wife, and a part of my mind, have grown up so religious, was being a wife was the pinnacle, my mom had also empowered me. So see, I think I forgot about that part. When I met Cordell, I had my own childcare centers. I had two. And I was very successful. I lived in a penthouse. He lived in a penthouse across the street from me. And so I was very successful when he met me. But when he met me, again, the pinnacle and the identity to me was to be a wife. But while you are agreeing to be the wife, which I became the housewife, I let go all my businesses. I let my penthouse go. What was deep in me that my mother had put was being an entrepreneur, being a woman who can empower herself, being a woman.
And that's what she did with her last marriage too. She let everything go. He asked her to be a housewife. He asked her to take care of his kids, all the kids, including her daughter, and that's what she did.
Who can constantly grow, being a woman who can identify and say who she is when she gets to that place. And I forgot about that part. And so within that marriage, although I had agreed to be this cute little housewife, that burning desire to have something for myself, it had to come out. And I just was growing. I mean, I was 30 and I started to grow. And that just wasn't the marriage to grow in. It's not his fault. It really wasn't mine. Sometimes a marriage is not yours to grow in with that person. And that one just wasn't growable, so we both had to leave it. That's really what that was.
When you say you were raised to be a wife, were you raised to be a rich man's wife?
Well, you know, in the South, you want to marry up. I mean, that's just simple. I mean, you don't imagine yourself marrying someone where you're struggling. And, you know, I hate...
She ain't lying. She ain't lying. You married up. That's what people tell. She ain't lying.
That me now being on TV, that kind of gets flipped, because at the same time, I was never struggling as an adult. I always, again, had my own very successful, etc. But when you say it, so many people don't understand that mentality because it's so old school. But yes, when you marry, it's like, yeah, you want to marry someone who can take care of you in the most traditional way. And in tradition, it is the husband who's the head of the household. He's the provider. He's everything. So not necessarily he has to be a millionaire, but his money is more important than yours. Hence, why when I got married, I sold my businesses and just depended on his, you know. So yes, it's a part of it is definitely, you know, honoring your husband, putting him at the head of everything. But as I have grown, yes, if I ever get married again, I will still honor my spouse. But I know that I have a place in that marriage too. I know that it's a partnership. I know that we should be standing side by side. I know that what means something to me should mean something to them. So it's a little bit different now, but being 30 years old, you know, coming out of the gate, first marriage, I was set that way, that being a wife was the pinnacle.
What is so fascinating to me is this. I never even heard you say this. So when you was married to Cordell, you're like, I'm going to be a wife. And I'm going to like forget about my businesses, remove myself from it, and be a wife.
100%.
So when you married Simon, you quit Dish Nation, you quit Housewives.
No.
Go ahead.
So when I married Simon, this is what happened. And I guess this is a for the record type of conversation.
Yes.
For the record. Okay.
For the record.
Okay, so for the record, I left Housewives for that break when I turned 40. I was around 40. And I had planned for that financially. mentally, everything. I knew that I had my daughter Pilar. I knew that I wanted to experience real life in real time outside of the cameras. And I knew I was going to give myself that time to step away. So I had financially planned for that. You know, these checks are large doing Housewives. So that means I had been very responsible with my income to know I could walk away from that check. And I did so. Then I met Simon, and at that point I was working at Dish Nation, and you know, I'm traveling with him and all that, and it's like, oh, well, babe, I don't really want you with me. And he decided to supplement that income. Well, thank you very much. You know, so that's how that happened. I did not leave Housewives because I got married and I just walked away from Housewives. It was planned. Because
you know, the rumor is you left Housewives when you married Simon because you didn't want to deal with answering questions about that relationship.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I've dealt with worse questions on Housewives. Yeah. And I even came back after the turmoil, so that would even be worse, right? No, listen, I've had my feet to the fire. I've been burnt. I've been everything on this show. There's nothing.
You know what? Think about it. After that situation with Phaedra, and she came back with that Candy and Phaedra situation, they ain't let that go either. So, I mean, that could be. So she didn't quit Housewives for him. Okay.
And then I'm afraid of. I had already genuinely let Housewives know prior to that reunion I wasn't coming back. They knew that already. Andy knew that. Everyone knew that already. And that's before I even got with Simon. So, you know, I understand how it looks. And I'm the type of celebrity to where I don't chase after all the narratives that are out there. Do I think that some of them I probably should have addressed? Maybe. But I just don't do that because at the end of the day, I am a public figure and my life is out there and people are going to come up with timelines and this and that. And you just can't chase that. I got to be too busy living my life. You know what I mean? And by the time I came back to Housewives, I was in survival mode. So I'm not in a place where I'm worried about what people are saying, or I'm not trying to clear things up for anybody because I'm too busy really living my life.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record,
So I remember, and speaking of clearing things up, because, you know, I love that I'm talking to the healed Porsha because...
Well, healing.
All right, because it's a progress. It's progressive,
there
right?
There may be somebody to take me back. Okay?
No, we're going to have that happen. No. The princess of Thailandia has retired, honey. Yes.
Yeah, she has retired.
Yes, honey. So I remember talking to you, because I only contact you if I feel like my girl needs me. And it was a time that you broke the internet with the photo of you, Dennis, and Simon.
Yes.
And we were like, WTF.
Right, and I was like, WTF. I was. The next day, I was like, what did we do? What is happening?
It broke the internet. And I remember you trended #1 on Twitter. And celebrities were even commenting on it. And I remember there was one thing that hurt your feelings that you said to me. And they had this Porsha soundtrack on Twitter. And the soundtrack was City Girls, I'll Take Your Man, or Alicia Keys' Unbreakable, you know, like all of these songs.
Leave Alicia Keys out in there. She's somewhere living her life and they on vacation.
Yeah, and I remember you being offended by it at that time.
Okay, yeah.
I'm only going back at that time. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I know you personally, and you weren't marveling at this. You really had a very hard time dealing with the things people were saying, because you knew some shit was gonna come, and you were prepared for that.
Yeah.
But you weren't prepared for people really referring to you as Porsha.
Right.
At that time, and then to see people try to weaponize you even on the show this season when it comes to that. Can you talk us about how you really listen? In your defense, and I said this on my show, when we cast new housewives or friend of, we assign a housewife to them.
Right.
I just did Cynthia Bailey's podcast, and I said to her, the network said, you're going to meet Nene, and hopefully Nene likes you. But Nene's going to be your friend, and that's you're going to come in with.
That's just bringing you in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I remember with Fallon, it was the same thing with you. And I remember saying to the world, like, I'm not Porsha apologist, but what I need you guys to understand as a producer is there wasn't a friendship there. And I think when it came to you, did you not think at the time that, oh shit, they're gonna think I took this woman's husband?
You know, here's the thing. I take full accountability for my part in the optics, okay? And I take full accountability for not speaking to the narrative once again. At that time, I just didn't feel like it was my place. You know, the things that I knew about her and his relationship, it did not feel like it was my place. I had heard her do an interview and she was like, well, if I'm pregnant, I'll say so. Me, I'm a woman.
She did say that. And I'll pull it up. She said that. And she was indeed pregnant because her and her husband, Fallon now husband, have a YouTube channel. And 2-3 months down the line, she busted out with she was pregnant. On top of that, hold on, let me go to Bravo Shady Room because I want y'all to see something. Her now husband was saying he can't see his kids, his daughter that they had together. And he went on every platform you could, Tasha K and all of them, to bash Fallon. And that's why I be saying, like, I understand Porsha did what she did, but girl, you married a husband, got paid to go on blogs to bash you. Like, I'm not, like, girl, he went without a problem to bash you, girl. He said that you could not. You didn't let him see his child. You was aggressive, and everything. Jalen sure did, and now they're happy in love. So Fallon had threatened Porsha. We gonna pause this. I'm gonna let Porsha say what she got to say, and then, like I say, we gonna go through a little breakdown of stuff. Unless y'all want to do it after, that's fine. But I'm not sticking up for Porsha. But I'm just saying, if you got some new peen, you and your man don't work that out, girl. Leave that girl alone. You and Simon are null and void. You done married a whole new man and done popped out another baby out that cootie cat.
I'm gonna respect
I don't understand.
If she wants to tell,
let me tell you, the best revenge that Fallon got was letting Porsha see how Simon was and let her know, you know what I'm saying, that her be in that position and it didn't work out. That was the best revenge. That was the best revenge you could have gave. That was the best revenge for you to sit there and watch the karma happen if you felt that way. I don't know why we still talk about this in 2026. I'm like everybody else. Why we still talk about it? That was the best thing for that girl to do, to sit there and watch that marriage not work out. And all this going on. That was the best thing. But the only reason why it's not the best thing to her is because she didn't get nothing out of it. He kicked her out with the baby in her womb from her now husband.
that about herself while that's on her.
Because you knew she was pregnant at the time and you were protecting the story.
It was not my place.
It wasn't your place.
Yeah, it
right.
just wasn't my place to speak on. And I knew it very early on. You know, it was one of the reasons that, you know, they were where they were in their relationship. It just wasn't my place. And even though if I would have taken that information and put it out, would it have freed me from the shackles of the Scarlet Letter? Sure, it would have. But that's the price that I paid at that time to just stay out of it. You know what I mean? And for me, when it goes back to whether she was my friend or not, no, she wasn't. I also had text messages that showed the day I was going to film, the producer sent me her number and said, hey, this is her number so you can meet her. I did not know her. I did not know anything. And of course, I filmed with her and, you know, fist pump Simon, did not even recognize him or anything. I had known him like 8 years ago. Didn't even recognize him, had met her that day for the first time.
When there was a picture going around of her and Fallon, I think before the show started, while they were filming, but she knew who Simon was because of the business that Dennis had with Simon at the time. That's how that started. It wasn't, you know, anything more of that. But that's how that started. She knew who he was at the time, you know, because of that situation. Like, they had businesses together. Like, from what we understood, I'm gonna say allegedly, they had business together. But like I say, I don't not like Fallon. I like Fallon. I wish she would have stayed on, because I feel like her story wasn't really finished and told like it should have been. And a lot of people feel like she didn't give too much like she should have. And she gave a little bit, but she didn't give much. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell something was going on, because she was very snipey with certain girls, but they weren't friends. When Porsha introduced her on the show, I'm finna be honest with y'all, I ain't see them hang out. I ain't seen not a hangout. I didn't see them get to know each other, go to lunch, say, girl, you know, we know each other. So I didn't see none of that. It wasn't like a Nene and Cynthia. Excuse me. It wasn't like that. Like, oh yeah, okay then. It wasn't like her and K Michelle, because she brought K Michelle on. And it wasn't like her and K Michelle. It wasn't. She brought K Michelle. She introduced K Michelle. They said introduce, but they already known each other from filming. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of relationship where we see her and Kay going to have drinks, going out to eat. I knew it wasn't that. I'm like, damn, she at her house and she like they know each other. Like, oh, okay, what's up? Yeah, okay. It was awkward. It wasn't like, hey girl, let's go. It wasn't that. It wasn't giving a real scenario of a friend of mine by Kelly Price. She didn't know that girl Darkest Secrets. They didn't go out to eat. They didn't have drinks. They didn't say, let's go shopping, girl. None of that. I'm just being honest. If you my friend, I'm going to know your deepest, darkest secrets. Oh, I'm going to know this and that. Oh, we going to have this and that. Oh, girl, girl, you know what? I like you, you know. Girl, let's go. Girl, we could go look at some Chanel. You like Chanel? Yeah, girl, let's go for tea, girl. Tell me all the tea about it. It wasn't giving that. It just wasn't.
But you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is. I know that people at this point are going to believe what they want to believe anyway. There's some people who hear my side and they're hearing it to understand. And then there's some people who are hearing me to figure out a way to trip it up and switch it up all over again. So I'm still responsible for me. I'm not going to speak to how his part. I'm not going to speak to her part. I wish her well. I wish him well at the end of the day. That was years ago. I married him and we're now divorced, and pretty much that.
And that's all I'm saying. I don't know. I know people don't like Porsha, okay, but Fallon got the best part. She washed it off all the, well, I would have been like, well, all right. Anyway, so, you know, child, ain't nobody studying that. She said what she said. She took accountability. We're going to move forward. I am married. I'm jumping on this man. We got 2 kids together in. I don't give a damn about no Simon or none of the shit she got going on. That's how you know she don't give a damn. But she's still anchoring and trying to get her ass back on that show. And that's just being honest. Then that's just what I see it as. And it's not the first time a girl has left the show and tried to get her ass back on that show. Because remember, homegirl talking about she from Clark, who was a Bridezilla, and I remember her from that. And, you know, she was trying to bash Nene, do interviews, and after everybody stopped paying her attention like they doing the same thing with Fallon, wasn't nobody studying her. That's it. We like, oh yeah, her. Yeah, we remember that. That's just what it gives. And I'm not being funny, but it's just being honest. But for Fallon to keep calling her liar, girl, you jumping on a home man dick. Get the fuck off this girl. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing because we finna get to it. Girl, you done jump. You married to a home man that done did interviews and shit on you. Please. So she said, I know you lying. You effing lying. See, I was okay with never speaking on the situation again, but as long as it's 265 is out here doing interviews, taking accountability and acting as a Captain Save-A-Ho with Carlos King, effing. Time to blow the dust off these receipts. We ain't never got no receipts. Everyone can take a real accountability and this shit can finally die. She ain't never posted no receipts. And somebody said she a narcissist. Something said nothing was said out the way. Answer the question as much respect and tact as you could believe. She was cheating. Simon was cheating, and Porsha was creeping. They're all wrong in the situation. Everyone is divorced. Just let it rest. Absolutely. I mean, Porsha's biggest receipt is your baby with the pool boy. So I'm not sure, Fallon, that is true, because I remember when that came out that she was pregnant. I'm gonna see if I can find it. And then she would say, I respect this hoe gonna die a lie. And somebody say, you got pregnant by your husband handyman while you were still married. Maybe take a seat. Porsha was asked a question, she answered it. So was she pregnant during that marriage to somebody by the pool boy? Is it a lie? No, she was actually pregnant by the pool boy that she now is married to. And if y'all think I'm playing, his name is Jalen. Okay, we can get into that. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why the fuck we still going on with this, girl. They're married. He said, we came a long way. No excuses, just growth. That's them. After he done did interviews on this girl, after he done sat here and did interviews with Tasha K and other bloggers that talked about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, focus. Y'all are happy now. Move. You married. She's not. Let it go. God damn, you going down this hill? If I was Jalen, I would feel some type of way. Like, damn, why you keep talking about this shit? We married, right? Shit, she's a gorgeous woman, you know. But let's be for real. She has done so many interviews about Porsha. It is like they was in a whole relationship. Even this man, she never spoke on him trying to take the daughter and say how violent she is. Wow, you know, never spoke on that. She never spoke on none of that. Like, you got other shit to speak on. This is how I feel. And this is her third child. Well, this is their second child. Well, when she first got pregnant, she told them she wasn't pregnant. She called, what's my girl? Michelle A.T. a liar. They have a daughter and they have another child. This is what she was saying about they were pregnant, because she came out and said they wasn't pregnant.
Not really supposed to mention a pregnancy before that point, due to, well, for me, it's like bad luck. I'm very superstitious like that.
She got pregnant during the marriage to Simon.
Didn't want to risk anything. But now that we are past that point, we are expecting. I'm just so relieved to finally be able to get out the end of.
Oh, hold on. Let me show where they say finally lied. She did lie, and she called Michelle A.T. a liar, and she still owe that lady an apology. But she don't talk about a marriage.
A big whoop-de-doo for them. This is so exciting. I mean, when they were, with all the controversy that happened earlier.
Now, let's be for real. Were her and Simon cheaters? Hell yeah. Simon the cheater. She a cheater. Now, Simon ain't off the hook. He a cheater too. And Porsha was creeping. And he went and asked questions. Yeah. Shoot, girl, her and Jalen had like, I'm glad where they at. I'm happy for them. And I'm happy for them. because, baby, the shit that they went through, child.
Total of 7 people on my own. 23-year-old paying all the bills in the house, taken care of. A total of 7 people on my own.
Child, they got
Congratulations are in order for Fallon Pina and Jalen Banks. It's looking like the two just tied the knot and they are expecting another child together. They tied the knot today at a Fulton County courthouse. And if you guys are unfamiliar with this couple, Fallon was formally introduced to us on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was actually in a relationship with Porsha Williams' husband, Simon Guobadia. That was season 13. And shortly after that, they broke up. She got together with Jalen and now they are expecting their second child together. Leave those congratulations for Jalen and Fallon down in the comments. For those of you,
like, if she want to talk about their timeline, I want her to.
So Fallon from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and her partner Jalen, they broke up.
This is
Fallon was married to Simon, and she came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to introduce Porsha to her future husband. I'm not being shady. That's what happened. Fallon introduced Porsha to her husband, and now Porsha is married to Fallon's ex-husband. So Fallon from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and her partner.
Now they had broke up. He did interviews. He did all types of shit, y'all.
I had to teach my ex-fiance that shit now. Like, even when, like, right now she's going through shit with her new man that she's only been with 3 months. But she's starting to realize, like, I'm the only motherfucker, no matter what, you're still the mother of my child.
Right.
When it comes to you, I don't play about you.
Yeah, of course. And you have to protect that because your child still need her mama.
Well, but I can understand because he's not built off what we are built off. It's only us. We only got us.
Yeah, he was dating people. She was dating people. I'm not sticking up, but I'm just saying everybody was wrong in the motherfucking situation. I've been saying that shit. And I'm going to fall out on that hill saying that. I will roll down that motherfucker into a portal of nice, clean water and swim in it for 15 minutes saying it. Because it's there. Ain't nobody but... That's just being honest, honey. I was splash, honey. But, I was swim in the office, and we would have us a big party with cake and ice cream. Saying,
think about it. Yes, if I were to speak on some of the information that I had at the time, would it have made it better? Maybe. Because as a public figure and as someone who's been in reality TV, I can sit here and be telling you the absolute truth, and there may be 60% of people who just are determined to say, "Nope, you stole him. He was legally married. That's what you did, and that's what it is." And so I just paid that cost. Like it is what it is. I just have to continue on living my life. That's one of the burdens of being a reality star, and people don't really want to hear all the truth. They really want to hear what's sensationalized. They really want to hear that. It's people who walk around all day. It's women on our show, Housewives of Atlanta, who were going through divorce and who are still dating. It's men who are going through divorce that are celebrities and they're still dating. But, you know, I get crucified. So it is what it is. I own it and I've moved on. So you don't have to be mad at me about it. You don't gotta, try to put me on a cross about it. It's done and it's over with for me.
She ain't gotta try to fight her for it. She ain't gotta try to put a pause on her. Nothing.
Do you feel like there's an apology to give Fallon, or do you think at the end of the day it is what it is?
I think that an apology will be something that is close to taking accountability. I take my accountability for, me not speaking to the situation. I think as far as her, I wish her well. And however she was dealing with her husband or had moved on from him or he had moved on for her, that's something for them to figure out. That's something for them to make amends with. It really doesn't have anything to do with me. But yes, I knew that by fault of the show, that's how it's gonna look. You have to do the show and everybody has to look like friends. You have to make it look a certain way. No one's really thinking about the fact that this is a set and this is someone who's trying out, someone who's auditioning, and they're here and they're gone. People don't think about that. And it's at the end of the day, it's not my job to really enlighten you. It's fine. Say what you want to say, comment, and I'm moving on.
Small business owner, let your bill pay work for your business. Pay your business bills with your credit card.
What's wrong for getting that goddamn man through in the midst of was going through what he was going through with that woman. Fallon was wrong for cheating, and he was wrong for sitting here stepping out on folks. Everybody has their part to play in this whole situation. I don't know why everybody is, Porsha. No. Everybody got a card to play in this situation. Everybody Everybody do. And we didn't even know that she had a child on the way at that time.
Say to you when you and Simon were divorcing that this was your karma? Because I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah.
Did that hurt you, or did you also, do you believe that was your karma?
Well, if it was my karma, it's good karma. It's good karma.
Tell me how.
I'm in a great place. You know, although I loved him and I would have loved for our relationship to work out, what's best is where I am now. You know, sometimes when you marry someone, no matter what your intentions are, how hard you work at trying to make it, you know, be what it needs to be, and they may be thinking they're working at making a relationship work. It just doesn't work out, you know? And so I feel like where I am now and the way I know Porsha now, I think I'm in a better place. So if it was karma, it's good karma, you know? Because there are some parts of that relationship, I have to admit that I was falling back into old patterns way back with my first marriage. You know, giving up who I was to a certain extent. I love Dish Nation. I love doing that job. And, you know, when you think about it, it's like, oh, well, why did I just poof, give it up? I know why I gave up Housewives at the moment because I wanted to. But what was that decision making that made you say, oh, you've been doing Dish Nation for 8 years, you're just going to leave it? You know, so when you start, as you're growing and you're learning who you are, me now being in my 40s, you start to recognize when old patterns are coming back. And sometimes when you are practicing old patterns, you end up with the same people who used to hurt you. And so for me, I started to look and realize, oh, wow, I'm with the same type of person that is hurtful to me. Not that he tried to hurt me, but the box that I was being put in, it just wasn't best for me. And where I am now, I'm so open and free with who I am. I literally take snapshots on a daily basis of my life. Like, if it's something bad, I take a snapshot and think about how I got through it that day. If I'm spending time with my daughter, I take a snapshot like I'm so blessed to have my daughter. With my partner, I'm taking a snapshot. Wow, I own who I am and I get to have this type of happiness. And even in business, I'm making choices and decisions that I feel confident about. It's not like I'm being led anywhere. I own every part of who I am right now. And I just don't know if I would have been there only seeing myself through a man's eyes. And now I have true vision of who Porsha is. And I love it. Good, bad, or indifferent. I fucking love me right now.
Did he like your limelight, your star power?
He did, yeah. He did. I mean, who wouldn't? It's pretty glamorous to be a housewife. I mean,
yeah.
What's not to? You friends will call you who you haven't talked to in years. Family members calling, you don't want to know the tea from the show. Like, it's a very glamorous lifestyle for someone to enter into as my partner. And
did he like it too much?
That would only be for him to say.
Can I say?
Yeah. You can say what you want.
I was surprised.
He did.
Yeah.
I was. Listen, in his defense, I met him once.
Yeah.
And he was lovely. I was surprised at the route he's going now with interviews and the Facetune photos and the avatar.
Well, I did that.
Okay.
I enjoy a Facetune.
Come on, blow up.
I enjoy, let me pull this down. We're taking an interview, but I enjoy Facetune 2 or 3.
Well,
and if you want to be next to me in the picture, I'm going to touch you too. And once I touch them once, it's like, hit me again, baby. And that's who you are online.
He kept the archives.
He snuck that app out
in
my
the favorite
phone.
folder, child.
He got that app out my phone.
Do you know that people were making bets at your wedding, whether or not it was going to last?
I think that, unfortunately, there's a part of this world for me that is unfortunate.
I ain't gonna lie. I had tagged her, I said, let me tell you something. I say, the way I seen him do that other one, you be careful. You be careful, girl. You be careful. You be careful. You just listen. Be careful. I don't know why when I first saw that man, he's not a mean guy. He's actually nice, but then I knew it's just something. You know how you see something, you kind of like, girl, be careful. It's a little too soon. He ain't finna go in the middle through a divorce and he trying to marry you. Be careful. Be damn careful. Be mindful. Take your time. And if you see some shit, say it. That's how I felt.
There are some people that truly do root for me. And then there are some people that feel like this young black girl shouldn't have all that. This black girl doesn't deserve the princess treatment. This black girl doesn't deserve somebody who, you know, sees her worth
and she deserved that. Every black, I say it all the time, every black woman deserves it. I will lay down on that hill and roll down in a big pond of water with dolphins and say it. She deserved that. She deserves that. She deserves that. She deserves that. She deserves that. She don't, like, let's be for real. Every black woman deserves that. Every woman deserves that, honey. Why not?
to treat her like a princess and wants to make her feel like she didn't have to work and do what she wants to do and have it all, have her daughter and be with her daughter. Some people root for women to have that, and when they get it, they want to destroy it. And then there are some people who root for you to have it and they're happy for you. So am I surprised that those very people who were possibly at my wedding or online talking about bets and etc.? No, I'm not surprised, because everybody's not happy for you. And at the end of the day, if you live your life for people's cheers, it's going to be silent at night. You cannot be listening to people's cheers. You cannot give a damn. You got to live your life and make your mistakes and get your wins for yourself. That's how you have to do it.
Hey, Drew Billy.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
No, because seriously, the thing with you that I love is the fact that you have allowed yourself to be a woman who has, listen, you went through some shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I had a front seat watching that unfold as a producer. And to see how you're able to take all of that pain and turn it into purpose. I mean, you have this empire that you built for yourself. And what was interesting is when I was on the Breakfast Club, I was
again, thank you for that interview. The interview that you did on the Breakfast Club, and you dubbed me the Black Kardashian. Whether people want to say, why she got to be the Black Kardashian? No. We're talking about impact. We're talking about influence. We're talking about a vision for someone and what they can give to the world. For you to compare me to her, or just that level of impact, I truly appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? You didn't have to give me a flower. You could say, oh, Porsha, you know, she played y'all, but she really smart, and leave it there. You took it a step further, and you spoke to my character, and you spoke for the gift that you had seen long time ago. And you were celebrating where it is now. And I just want to tell you humbly, I really do appreciate you saying that, because not many people speak about me in that manner publicly.
No, well, you're welcome, Porsha. And I meant every word, because you have built a multi-million-dollar empire. Go Naked Hair. We're talking about the sheets, bitch. We're talking about a beauty campaign that you have with Cindy Crawford. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. As a black girl from Georgia, like, you really did do that when it comes to the multiple businesses that you have. And the reason why I said no, I think you guys, this is my what I feel sad about when it comes to the perception people have of you. You're not dumb. You're no one's bimbo. You are a very smart businesswoman. You have passive income. I don't think people understand that your sheets brings in millions of dollars. Yeah. You have so many things going on for yourself. So for the world who may not know this, because again, they'll say, oh, she does housewives and whatever. Talk to us about the many business endeavors that you do have.
Well, Go Naked just reached over $10 million in sales. And I've had Go Naked.
So Porsha is on Threads, right? And y'all know we talk about Threads over here. We love us a good Threads, honey. And they was like, hey, Porsha, girl, we love to see you here. But don't bring that hair shit and them sheets shit over here. Now, you can bring that hair, but we don't get... They say, listen, girl, we will kick you. They say, girl, we will kick you off of, hey, Melody, we will kick you off of Threads over here, girl. Don't bring that over here. So now Porsha, she don't post, she listened, and she don't post anything about, you know, the sheets, but she does post stuff about Go Naked, because, you know, they don't mind a little Go Naked here and there. But Threads Threads done ran off Tamara Mari, okay? The twin. Yes, they don't ran off Tia Twin off the app, honey. She is ran off that app. Like, they was like, girl, no. That's okay. Baby, they snatched her. They was like, baby, they said so much stuff that she was done. Like, she deactivated Threads. Threads is like the black right on the right side Twitter.
Here 10 plus years. And that's a huge accomplishment for me and my business and my partners. And well, not partners because I don't have any partners, but I would say our staff.
You own it 100%.
100% own Go Naked Hair. And we just reached over $10 million. Pampered by Porsha, I've had over 7 years, and we have also reached over millions. What I have to say for people who say Porsha is dumb or bimbo, it's just words. Continue to do so. I mean, I post enough on my page. Sometimes people, when they come to my Instagram and they see some of my posts, they're like, hell, I didn't know I was on Porsha page. Because I will repost 265. Me saying 265 days a year. I will repost Underground Railroad. I repost it all. Because at the end of the day, who don't say crazy shit?
Hell, at the end of the day, Porsha say this is marketing and I made money from this, so I really don't give a damn. I'm gonna make some money from it. Hell, I might make a t-shirt or t-shirts and a hat line. If I was her, I would trademark Porsha and I make money from it. I would.
Shit sometimes. Who the hell is sitting at home with their family and they family like, oh, you the bimbo of the family? Like, it happens. People say crazy things. It is what it is. But when it comes to doing business and having a mindset to build a very successful brand, I also have that. Women are multifaceted. I am goofy as hell, okay? I'm silly. I know how to have a good time. But I also know how to compartmentalize things in my life and make family and business a priority. I also know that I come from legacy and I want to leave a legacy for my daughter. And I've practiced these things in my life a long time ago. And I do recognize that on TV, people love, like, honestly, it's so funny. If people are watching me on TV and I don't say something funny for a couple episodes, they're like, ooh, she's too serious. They need me to call Japan, Tokyo, Japan, China, or whatever.
All of that.
They need all of that from me. And I'm okay with that. Like, have a laugh, because I'm going to have a laugh too. But just know, on my laugh, I'm laughing to the day of bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm handling business at the end of the day. And, for me in my real life, and I'm not saying housewives is not my real life, but with my meaningful friends, I talk to them about having a trust. I talk to them about, doing their, having a trust, putting everything into that trust, making sure that they protect themselves, making sure they have great life insurance, making sure that their wills are in place, making sure, these are things that I'm talking about. It took me 2 years to do. I just finished one not long ago. These are things that I've done that people in my position don't normally think about. Yeah. People don't normally think about when you make money, okay, paying your taxes on time and different things like that. I pay attention to those things. And anything that I don't know, I hire someone who's a specialist in that. And I have done very well at doing my due diligence with my finances. And it's okay that people don't know that, because a lot of times you don't need to know that. I think just relate to me having a good time. That's cool too. You know what I mean?
I think you can do both. I especially for you, because you are, listen, and when I say this, again, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. When it comes to a current Black woman on reality television who is currently on their show, right, filming currently, you are the #1 Black female reality star.
Thank you.
You are it.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? So when I say you're a Black Kim Kardashian, I wasn't trying to compare you to a white woman. Right. What I was trying to do was say something that could make people be like, what does he mean by that, and do their research, right? Because it's okay for Kim to say, I got scams, I got all these things. You have Pampered by Porsha. You have Go Naked Hair. You have all of these things, and you get a cute check from Housewives, child.
Yes.
How much
I have a all-around deal with NBC Universal. I have a production company. I'm a successful actress as well. Like, I have a lot of things going. I think maybe some points I have done myself an injustice in not popping my shit. Like, my manager tells me sometimes, she's like, Porsha, it's okay to say these things. It's okay to speak more about the business side of things that you do. I think sometimes I shy away from it because maybe I lean in a little more on the housewife side when I'm doing housewife interviews. But, I just did an interview for Forbes and had a very important, insightful interview about my mind as an entrepreneur. My mother was an entrepreneur, very successful. She opened the first 24-hour childcare center in Georgia, probably all over back then, like 1982. My father was an entrepreneur. He also was an attorney. That whole side of the family are attorneys. He owned a chemical company. My grandfather, Reverend Jose Williams, owned the same chemical company, Terry Enterprise. So I have grown up with the entrepreneurial spirit. I've been working in business ever since I was 17 years old. But I'm also, fluffy with the hair. Also love to wear makeup. I also, have this big charisma type of personality. And that's what won me over.
Her mama did have a daycare. She had a daycare. It was something that did happen at that daycare that people had found out about, and they went digging and they found what the issue was between the moms and stuff. And yeah, her mom did own the daycare. Shamia's mom owned the daycare as well. So they got moms that had businesses. They had a lot of daycares. They had some good daycares, so.
On TV. But now, where I am now, 2026 Porsha, I would love to show all aspects of who I am. And I think that's why this season, particular season 17 of Housewives, I show up differently. And I think it's a little difficult for the girls to take. And I think it's going to run the girls crazy. And it's probably going to end up making them look like the bimbo, because I'm actually showing up as the other side of Porsha. I don't know if you remember, Paris Hilton did an interview and she spoke about having ADHD, or I'm sorry, ADD. I'm not sure which one, but one of the two. And in that same interview, she was speaking in her regular voice. Yeah. And she spoke about how she built her own business outside of her family's business. And people were like shocked, like, wow, that's another side of her. We thought she was just like, it's hot. No, bitch. She also told you it's hot. But she was making it hot at the bank. She was handling business, and it had nothing to do with her family, nothing to do with her billion-dollar husband. It was who she was. She just played off the other side. And I think I've leaned into that enough. And I think, again, and I know, I take it back, I know this season I showed up as who I am now. Porsha Williams, who's turning 45 this year. And, when my daughter watches the show, people always ask me, they're like, oh, what do you think Pilar's gonna think when she watches the show? What do you want her to think? Oh, I would like to see me evolve. Yeah. I want her to see me and know that as a woman, you can reinvent yourself. How dare I come back this season and not show how present I am and who I am? And yeah, if something is happening to me, I ain't gotta show the back of my goddamn teeth like, yeah, girl, I did. I can sit up and have a real conversation with you and be like, no, I absolutely didn't mean to offend you by saying pregnancy. No, and if you took it that way, I take accountability. I want her to watch this season and see her mommy evolve. And I think I owe her that. I owe my young fans that who meet me and they say, I grew up watching you. I know that I owe the women who are my same age that as well, because they've gone through divorces, miscarriages, they've gone through losing best friends, they've gone through losing businesses. They deserve to see me be present right now and show this new mature Porsha who also has a good time, but that other side of who I am. So I'm really proud of who I was this season. I don't know how the fuck it's gonna be edited, but I know how I showed up and I'm okay with that. And I want to get into that too, but before I get to that, you talk about all your businesses. How much are your businesses worth? I'm still modest. I know I just dropped the number of Go Naked sales, but I'm still very modest. Are you the richest black woman?
They at the house that she has. Yes, that's the house that she had from Simon from the divorce. That's the house. It's huge. Very huge.
Star on a TV show currently?
I maybe you'll see Forbes coming up next year, and you'll be able to answer that question for yourself.
Are you worth more than $20 million?
Again, you'll be seeing Forbes.
Am I close or am I near the?
I'm blessed.
You are you?
She in the millions. If she avoided that, she in the millions. Porsha got money. She's not hurting. We'll say that. She's not hurting.
Blessed to where, God poured out a blessing where I may not have enough room to receive it. So
I got room to receive more than 20 million. Okay, baby.
Okay, honey.
I can
Let's get
receive
more.
all of it in abundance, Lord. Rain down on me.
Rain down on me.
I could receive all of it. But what I can tell you is what's in my bank account, it doesn't really speak to just, it's just she got a lot of money. No, I have a lot of wealth. And I'm very, very rich in me. I know you don't like that fucking answer because you want to know how much money I got. But I'm very rich here.
No, I can tell you're rich in spirit, you're rich in skin, you're rich in beauty, you're rich in love. So you're worth more than $20 million.
Carlos, we're not about to sit here.
No, I think that you are the richest Black female reality star that's currently on television.
Listen, I have earned my place. And I have been very responsible of finances. My businesses are successful because I have always been the type of public figure. I just can't put my name on anything. I can't. I had all kind of stuff come to me. But when I tell you my Pampered by Porsha Sheet Company, that derived from the love from my mom, napping in her bed while she was at work. Go Naked Hair came from me going through divorce with Cordell. And I'm like, I know. I had to find an identity. And I found it through hair, like fun hair. Like I wore my hair like this today because I'm like, I feel fucking free. I wore red because I'm boss bitch. Hair is a way for us to express ourselves. I wore a bob on Housewives when I need to handle business. I only partner and do businesses that I am very passionate about.
She had to recreate Hair Naked Hair now. Let's be for real. When she first started Go Naked Hair, it wasn't the best. Like Bambi Hair Collection wasn't the best. They had, and even Mean Hair Collection wasn't the best at first. I remember when they first came out, the vendors was just giving them any damn thing. And they had to revamp that. And they did they due diligence revamping it, baby. People were saying it's this and that. I'm having problems. I remember when Go Naked first came out, it was like, it's good. We're going to buy it because it was Porsha. And then after a while, it was like, I don't know, it's girl right here. And Lauren was, and her cousin, them, her family, they worked with her. And it was like, let's try this. Let's try a new vendor. Let's figure out what to do because people are saying that the quality is not great. She really did change the quality of the house. She did her thing with that. Now I can't knock that. She did that because they went through the drawing board to get the quality right. And it's not bad. Everybody now saying that they will buy it. They will wear it now. They gonna put it on. They gonna make that with like she did. She had to revamp that because a lot of people was like, and that's just the same with Kendra Hair Boutique, and shout out to them. They had some mishap. Kendra had to go back to the drawing board and get it right. It is never easy selling hair, especially when you want quality over quantity. And especially the girls that love them bundles to last and the wigs to last for 2-3 years, to wash it, dye it, and all that stuff, and do fun stuff with it. It's a lot.
So I know I'm always going to be successful when it comes to business. I wrote a book, by the way. Go ahead and drop that shit.
Come on, Pursuit of Porsha. I read it.
I wrote a book because at this point in my life, I have been asked many years to write a book. Many years. And I just felt like I wasn't ready. I was like, why would I write a book? My life is still going. I still have so many things. But at this point in my life, I said, you know what? This embodies where I'm at. The pursuit of Porsha, the pursuit of who I am authentically is a big deal. And it's a big deal to me relative to my life and being a reality star, right? Because as a reality star, everybody tells you who they are. Oh, you this, you that. They judging you. You can, shape yourself by what people are saying to you. So for me to be in pursuit of Porsha and really understand who I am, find my power, find my purpose, it's something that's relative to me in the reality world, but it's also something every woman and every man.
Hey,
At some point, you have to let the shackles go of what society is telling you. Oh, you got to have kids by a certain age. Oh, you can't date a woman. Oh, you can't, you don't need to be in that business. Hell, your damn mind may be working against you. Your mind may be telling you that you're a fucking imposter. You have to let go of all of that and say, no, I'm going to be in pursuit of what's in my heart. Because at the end of the day, what ended up being in my heart is what God gave me. And I used to say that all the time before. I used to say, you know what? We have God's gift in us. We just have to tap into it.
Yeah.
And so this book was the very moment where I said, you know what? I'm going to let the world end on the Porsha outside of the show. The Porsha outside of the giggles, outside of the controversy, who I really am and how I got to where I am. And so I just feel like at this point in my life, I'm very open. I'm very honest. But you're not going to get me to tell you how much I'm worth.
No, I feel you. I got you. When I see it in Forbes, hey, Jabari. When I see okay. When I see it in Forbes, just know you heard it here first, okay?
You heard it here first.
She's number one. I want to get to season 17. I love this season. I actually, and I told you this, I loved last season too.
Yeah.
I love,
even though I felt like I was going through, you was like, I love it.
I said, I love it. You said, bitch, this is crazy. I said, I love it. But I'm going to tell you what I did not love.
Tell me, Carlos, because you know you are the producer of the producers when it comes to Housewives. Baby, I can tell you one thing. I wish you was on that season. I mean, I do give respect to the producers we had.
No, they're all amazing, yeah.
But, baby, if you was on some of these recent seasons, it would
thank you. You're so
insane.
sweet. No, I don't love what happened between you and Shamia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because I was there with you from the beginning.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it either. I remember, I'm gonna put it like this, because y'all know I be in the bushes on Instagram. I follow both Shamia and Porsha. And I remember when it came to birthday, I say, I know y'all got each other's phone number. What the hell y'all doing arguing on fucking Instagram? I say, Shamia, take that down. I say, Porsha, take that the fuck down. Girl. I say, if y'all don't sit here and inbox each other and call each other, like, what are y'all doing? Everyone's like, no, let them. I was like, no, like, what are you doing? Y'all have been friends since you were kids. If you don't take that shit down and pick up the phone, the one thing I've learned with my childhood friend, we have had 2 of those situations. I will never, we had both come to the conclusion, now that we're grown, we will never do that shit again. Like, ever. Because people had their opinions. And we were just like, we'll never do that shit again, like, ever. And we have came to the conclusion that shit was horrible. We were young as hell.
And I know how much love it was there. And I remember last season when it felt like there was this air that Porsha did not want to share the spotlight with her friend.
When was that air?
It was the air of, listen, we're gonna speak candidly. Shamia did an interview with Candy and intimated that you did not call her when she got the peach, right? And you eventually sent a text or something, then you cleared it up and said, I called you, then you didn't answer, I text you. But besides all of that, one thing I said on my Monday Night Live show, I said, I need to know this. And I said, I gotta ask Porsha this whenever I sit with her. Did Shamia ever once come to you and say, hey, friend, I want to be a housewife of Atlanta. Put your girl on.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here.
And I said that in a good way, because she was about to answer this question. Y'all go, yeah, let's go to commercial. Y'all hell. Y'all just like Bravo with the shit in TLC and VH1.
First of all, I'll say this. I shy away from talking about Shamia in recent interviews, just because in season 17, she did something so low down, so disrespectful, so hurtful, and so unwarranted that I do shy away from speaking about her. Because what ended up happening out of nowhere, it was something that just taught me, okay, you really probably shouldn't speak about this person too much.
Yeah, she didn't. And you know what? I'm finna say this. I heard, because when I remember I said this, I heard, excuse me, that Shamia and Porsha got into a fight. I hope that they was finna squabble. I said, I hope that's not true. And then she just confirmed that she did something to what it was about to fight. Because it was like, they first came out with K. Michelle and Drew. How they was finna fight. I'm like, what the fuck they finna fight for? Goddamn album sales? Like, the top notch? Like, what the hell? Because they both singers. They're both actors. You know, K. Michelle write her stuff now. K. Michelle write her some good music, you know, and Drew does her thing. But damn, what y'all finna fight about? Like, what the hell? Who gonna be the best producer on the album? Like, what the hell is this? So that's what I was thinking. Then K. Michelle say, no, it was never that. And I'm like, okay. I ain't gonna lie, this season is an alliance, and I kind of see it. I feel like K. Michelle gonna be a little back and forth in the alliance. But you have Kelly, Shamia on one side. You have, and Cynthia's really in the middle. And then you have, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna get into that in a minute, Aaliyah, Brittany, because, hey girl, I'm gonna get into it because we gonna talk about it. And then you have Phaedra and Porsha. Pinky kind of like, you know, she trying to be neutral with it. She's a new girl. Drew is on that side too. So it's kind of like, you can see who, it's like an alliance. Angela's, all right, I like all of y'all. I got to know all of y'all. I got to know and experience y'all. Yeah, I might got into it with Pinky. Yeah, I might get into it, but that you know, we over that. Me and Porsha had our situation that's done, whatever. But you kind of see there is a little alliance forming, and we don't know who gonna be where. But Angela was hinting that she do want Nene on the show, so it could be another talls versus smalls. And I'm kind of like, but ain't them your girls? So I don't know. And if she think it's gonna be another tall versus small, I don't know. Cause Phaedra and Nene, they might, you know, they have a little, you know, whatever. But when it comes to the shade and the fun, all that shit out the window. So I don't know. But I will say this. I knew Shamia was a friend of the show since her wedding, and I think she was trying to jump in because they were filming her wedding for a while. Shamia did finally get a peach. I love Shamia and I love Porsha, and I'm just gonna reference this. Shamia and Porsha friendship give me Marlo and Nene a little bit. Remember how Marlo got the peach? And like Nene say, the girls get a peach and they get more camera time. They don't know how to act as a friend. And that's what it gives me. Because for Shamia to do a lot of telephone this season, I'm like, girl, what's really going on? You never played telephone. She's playing telephone hard. She clocked in. But at the same time, it's giving, I miss my friend. So I'm going to talk shit about Phaedra. And me and Phaedra just started to get cool, but I miss my friend because you more around my friend again than I was around my friend. I did hear that Shamia did ask her to help her get on the show. Porsha never addressed it, but Porsha did say she did celebrate her getting a peach. Everybody telling us, no, you didn't. Porsha did make a post about her getting a peach. The thing to Porsha was they were supposed to be the duo. Let me tell you how Bravo thought, okay, we can if we could get these two, because they're just like Nene and Marlo a bit. If we could get them like that, the shade and having fun and the kiki cackle and talking about, that's supposed to be Shamia and Porsha, not Shamia and Kelly. That's what everybody was thinking. I have to agree. That was supposed to be Shamia and Porsha, but then it turned around to be Shamia and Kelly, which is crazy to me. Because I feel like their friendship is based on they really don't care too much for Porsha. Kelly can sit here and say, I like Porsha. But no, you don't. You don't like Porsha. We have seen it last season. You came in hard on Porsha. Shamia stood up for Porsha. Then this season you coming even harder, and then Shamia sitting here let you do it and laughing. You don't like Porsha, and then just say you don't fucking like the girl. The whole season, the whole time she was around Porsha, she throw digs at Porsha. And then when Porsha turned up the fire like a housewife, she get upset.
Should probably just, step back and let her have it. You know what I mean? It really got to that place. And because at the end of the day, this show, yes, it's a show, but our friendship was real. Mm-hmm. And her still being on the show, I had to come into the season knowing, okay, you know what? We're no longer friends. We no longer have a relationship at all. But you know what? She's got her position and she should shine, period. Like, she's gonna shine. I always knew it. I always rooted for it. It's all I wanted in the beginning for her. It's all I would root for behind the scenes for her. And just because she and I are not close or have any relationship doesn't mean we can't be on the show and just coexist. And so I tried to do that the best of my ability. But it did get very bad in the end of the show. Like, she ended up bringing something and I was like, this is out of the blue. Like we had actually started kikiing and stuff, and it just, so I do shy away from speaking about her just because I just don't understand what's there. It seems to be something that I'd rather not engage with. I've just moved on. It's a lot of women on this season. It's almost 9.
There's 8 housewives.
8 housewives.
Cynthia makes a friend of 9.
9. Yeah. So it's a lot of people to engage with. So it really doesn't take that much away from the show. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like because she and I aren't close that it's taken away. It's not. I found my people. She's got her people, and that's pretty much how we work it.
I'm gonna move on from her and stick to season 17.
Hold on, you got something on your eyelash right here.
Oh, I do? Yeah. You wanna blow it?
Yeah. With my Hennessy breath.
Oh my God, Porsha blew on me! Talk about a good blow.
Best blow you ever had.
Yes.
Okay.
The night is still young.
Yeah. Swear.
What I will say is this.
All I can do is focus on where the love is for me, where the friends are for me, where the people who want to understand me. I can say that this season there are some people who feel like they are set on not understanding me because of certain alliances. I do feel like there are people who might have been colored against wanting to truly get to know me. And I can tell that because if I'm coming open-armed and, authentic.
I already know who she finna talk about. I didn't go look at K. Michelle stuff. But when I saw K. Michelle at Shamia house hanging out with Kelly, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, when that happened. And I'm kind of looking like, okay, girl.
And apologetic or honest or loving, how could you not want to understand that? How could you not accept that? But for a couple people, it's not being accepted, and that's cool. It is what it is.
Please don't quit your job yet. And here's why. Quitting cold turkey before you have
One of the things that happened in a recent episode that I would like to get you to clear the air on was the conversation about that K. Michelle had, the miscarriage comment.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw the comments. It seemed to be pretty split, whether or not you intentionally meant it to harm her, or it was just something that, you said off the top of your dome. You are somebody who is an ambassador for the March of Dimes. You are somebody, again, going back to season 6, where you talked about having a miscarriage, right? And you cried about the fact that you were there for a week and Cordell didn't only show up one time.
Right.
Like, this is something that you have, dealt with.
Right.
what would you like to say? Because K. Michelle did do tweets even after the episode aired, where we saw the episode end and it seemed like y'all hugged it out, everything is good.
Yeah.
But then the tweets started to happen afterwards where she sort of is doubling down on she doesn't trust you. What do you have to say about that?
I think that's another situation where someone has decided that this is the route they need to take. I don't think this is the route that K. Michelle needs to take or has to take. I think it's the wrong road. But at the end of the day, if you have been watching the show and then you are finally on the show, you decide this is how you're going to enter, this is how I'll make my mark, then it is what it is. This is the game she decides to play. And I only say that because whether or not, and I will say, when I said it to her, I had first asked her, was it okay? Did she want to openly speak about her situation? Number two, the reason why I asked her, did she want to speak about it on camera, is because I didn't know specifically what it was. No one told us. Even when I text K. Michelle prior to that scene at the nail shop, I was like, hey, you're in the hospital, you know, are you okay?
She's talking about the scene where she had said that she had a mess all over her dress and they had to blow dry her. K. Michelle said, well, I had talked to you before, but she said that she already had asked her was she safe with talking about it, because nobody knew that was going to be K. Let me tell you something. K. Michelle said this with Jason Lee, and this is why I think she felt that way. She said that they thought she was coming in with somebody else that she was going to be with and have a whole proposal. But she switched up on the production. She said she full of surprises. She switched up on Bravo and brought in her husband, who she went married to. So you never know what you're going to get with K. Michelle. And that's what Porsha was coming from. And I have to be honest, looking at that interview where she's saying, you never know what you're going to get from me. You don't know. Hell, you never know. That's just being for real.
Said, oh yeah, you know, I had to have a procedure or whatever. She never told me what it was for. So I had no idea which part of her was, you know, a problem. I had no idea. So, of course, as a woman, I know we making TV. It is what it is. I'm not going to just sit here and start asking her about what she was in the hospital for, what procedure, if she's not ready. So I wanted to first say, hey, are you good talking about it? Because at the end of the day, I don't care if this is our job to speak about personal stuff or not. I don't care if she talked about it in a scene with her doctor on camera or not. If I then need to pivot the conversation away from specifics, I'm gonna do that. But she said, yeah, I'm okay, yeah. And she proceeded to tell us what was going on. Unfortunately, she was burying the lead. I mean, she went on to the story for a while before she even mentioned it was her bottom. During that time, you know, we're standing there and I'm like, oh, what she was describing mirrored what I had been through. You're sitting there in a pool of fluid. Same thing had happened to me prior to having Pilar. Pilar's my rainbow baby. But I had a miscarriage at home by myself, woke up, same thing. So I was like, oh, so it came to mind, was it the miscarriage? Right after that, she giggled and said, oh, girl, I thought the same thing. We moved on with the conversation. She continued to describe more fluid that did not have blood. Cynthia then said, like your water broke? We're women. All of us are in a trusted space. We all have uteruses, vaginas, and we're talking about things that we all have been through. We're all trying to relate to her for her to open up and, you know, talk about what she's got going on. So in that moment, I didn't feel anything. I didn't, you know, think that anything had offended her. It wasn't until I met with her at the lunch table and she was like, oh, what's when you said miscarriage? I was taken back, you know, like, oh my God, how could you think that I would, you know, try to offend you or, you know, call you out or even, oh my God, make fun of you about a miscarriage? And I could have gone all like, well, how could you think? But I said, you know what? Respect how she feels. Whether she thinks I meant it, whether I did not mean it, whatever my intentions were, this is how she feels. So in that moment, I said to her, I apologize. Forget my excuse of, oh, I have been through before, because none of that fucking matters. If you genuinely feel like what I said offended you, okay, I hear you. And I'll never do that again. I'll be careful and make sure that I temper or wait till you go ahead and say what was going on. So in that moment, I felt like we handled that conversation very adult, very mature. And I remember telling her at that lunch table, I said to her, I said, what I want to do with you, I want to show you how I friend. And I'm not saying that I friend better than her, but I wanted to give her a different experience in Atlanta because she had cried to me about being in Atlanta and having a friendship group, which was...
She had a friendship group with Mimi and Carly Red and Jocelyn and Ari. Well, Jocelyn until later. And she was saying how they did her. She had a friendship with Paris in LA. She said her friendship with Paris about Paris stole from her. She got mad at Keisha Cole, because Keisha Cole say, I never experienced that with Paris. I can't say that. She say, I just can't say that.
From Loving Hip Hop, and they treated her wrong, and they ran out of here, and they were so unfair to her. And I told her that day, she told me that story, and I told her that day at that lunch table, I said, I know what you've been through, and I know what triggers you have. I know you could be sensitive. I said, I want you to know I'm not that girl. And the people who I have around you, Cynthia and Phaedra, we're not those girls. I am the type of person, I want to protect my friend. I want to be there for you. And I'm genuine. So I told her, I'm going to show you how I friend. And the way we're having this conversation right now, I appreciate you coming to me. Let's talk about it. I also want to talk to you. Now, at the time, I had no idea she had done a whole scene with Pinky and a scene with Cynthia calling me dumb and a this and a that. I was like, oh, goodness.
When you watched it for the first time, how did it make you feel?
So when I watched K. Michelle go, when I watched Michelle, her punishment was too hard for what she called the crime, I said, okay. I picked up my phone and I texted her. Because that's how I am. Ask Candy, ask anybody, ask Sheree. If you do, I'm gonna text right away as I'm watching the show. And I said, hey, I just want you to know, I'm watching a show and I see that you still didn't feel, or you were still upset with, me speaking to you about the situation. I said, I want you to know I am sincere and that I never would have wanted to offend you about that. When I spoke with Shamia, she never told me any detail. You never told me anything of a detail of your bottom. I never would have done that. And I just want you to know from my heart, even though I saw her call me all them names, I was like, fuck all that.
Listen, I ain't finna lie to you. I thought their situation was null and void. I thought it was okay. And when honey, we gonna get into it because she said some tweets and everybody was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say before Sunday. Well, let me see if I can find it. And she was like, yeah, she was like, I'm going to show the tweet. So she went back and did this about the show. And I was just like, what is going on? She said it is supposed to be an insult. Wait, hold on. She said, shut the F up. I'm literally so annoyed and sick of y'all. Sit around and talk all day. I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm not an OG. I don't give a F. I am K. Michelle. I will speak as I want, tweet as I want, and marry who the F I want. I've been through hell with this man, and none of you will validate what we are. I said what I said. Now, she was talking about the viewers, about how they feel about how she was being outspoken about her relationship with Jason Lee to... Jason and everybody had their opinion and everything. And somebody said, and there's Love and Hip Hop favor. I just know you would bring Kenyon right in the MF back, Bravo TV. She says that's supposed to be an insult because that's one played out also. That show gave me my opportunity and I always respect it. Funny how y'all are racist towards your own people. You can cut the inch over with me. Though every mean attack tweet you see, and I see it right through with compassion. It's obvious to everyone here. You don't like yourself or maybe your mother doesn't like you. But either way, I love me is a part of my story. Now, somebody say all I know is Kay, Michelle, and Rashida were lesbians. Oh, Lord. Kay said that Kirk and Rashida were lesbian relationship. She has to be done. She's about to be done. She talks too much. I love me so Kay, Michelle. Y'all got to give her a chance. Oh, I'm tired of her shouting through the keyboards. The internet is just a big playground for people who like to say things they would never say to you in person. Maybe she shouldn't have returned on reality TV. Every reaction has to be overreactions. Racist, huh? She's refreshing to me and no BS. That Love and Hip Hop might not be racist, but does every classics and as if she would ashamed of having been on the show. what they really want to say is ghetto, but they know that it's a line that shouldn't cross. I'm here for it. I think she's doing fine on the show. I think K. Michelle came back at the right time, but she still has some things going on. They do call her insane. A lot of people saying like, girl, he wasn't being racist to you. You need to calm down. You sound crazy as hell. K. Michelle is feeling like everybody gonna treat her like Love and Hip Hop, but I just feel like, okay, girl, just like I say, go in, be you, don't change that, keep going. Just that's all you gotta do.
Make her as a woman understand.
And another thing, the arena for Real Housewives of Atlanta Real Housewives is different from the Love and Hip Hop franchise. People still gonna love you for Love and Hip Hop because they still feel like you're gonna be the same on Real Housewives. But with Real Housewives, it's a different arena. It's certain things you can and cannot say that will make the audience, as a brand new audience, they're either gonna love you or hate you, girl.
Understand that at the root of it,
it's a
I
little
never
different,
would
it's a
have
little
made fun
bougie.
She said, okay, I truly appreciate that, etc. And you know, I appreciate you reiterating that you didn't know or blah blah. So I said, okay, cool. Put the phone down. We were done. Oh my God! The next day, she's tweeting saying, "Oh well, you know, what if you was to die? What did you doubling down?" I was like, okay, I see what I'm dealing with. I see what I'm dealing with. And listen, I don't want to go too hard on K. Michelle. I'll just say this: in general, as a person, in any space, you could be at work. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. If you are in any group and you are talking to somebody and they don't have a heart to understand you, they don't want to understand you. It could be for whatever reason, ratings, or want to be right, or just want to see you as wrong. They're never gonna understand. They're never gonna actually say out loud, "Oh, I understand," because they're too busy trying to do something else, whatever that else may be. So I said, okay, cool. So at this point, you know, I know what else happens in the season. And although she's funny and she's adorable, I don't know how it's going to go over. I don't think that what was happening with her and Drew is going to go over as well as maybe she thinks it will. I don't. And I think, if I'm being honest, I think that when she looks back at this first season, she'll probably be like, oh, I probably chose the wrong team. And I probably should have gone about things in a more authentic way.
You think the team that she chose, and it should be Pinky,
I don't know, because I wasn't privy to those conversations. Okay. I wasn't, I'm not a part of it. You know what I mean? But I think that she is a cool girl, but Housewives isn't that. Housewives, at the root of what our fans want to see, back in the day when you were producing this show, it's about what's honest. And if you're talking to someone, we wish somebody would apologize to us back in the day. We used to be like, damn, can you just apologize? Can you just understand you hurt my feelings? And you still wouldn't get an apology, or whatever it was. And if you had an issue with somebody, it was a real damn issue. You felt it. You really felt it. And so that's what this is. It's not like little knick-knack, paddywhack, let me just drag this bitch for a bone. No. Right. We used to have, we used to have real stuff going on. So when it comes to the audience looking at the show and they're like, she said she was sorry. Even if she did do it, she apologized and you still riding it.
Yeah, the audience for Real Housewives, and I see a lot of the fans of K. Michelle that came in that followed her through Love and Hip Hop franchise is very different. It's a different arena. Like, Housewives fans are totally different than Love and Hip Hop fans. Totally different. Totally different.
This looks like you're trying to drag it. This looks like you're doing the most. And so, but it's her first season. She was already an established star. She will be a star far beyond this show. She will have a great career on this show. I just think that this season will probably be a learning lesson for you, Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, I need you to know you broke my heart.
Why?
Because I'm gay. And you're gay.
Oh my God!
So, of course, my surprise, I'm like, we're both a part of the community.
Yes!
Okay, so I'm the G.
Okay.
What are you? What letter?
I'm the P.
Pansexual?
Porsha sexual. Porsha sexual, bitch!
Well, bitch, watching the show, I watched Sunday's episode. Mike came back. I said, wait, bitch. Mike started it, then it was sway.
Yeah.
Mike came back. First of all, In that closet?
It's the Bachelorette on Housewives. It's the Bachelorette on Housewives. I put both shows together.
Would you do the Bachelorette?
No, I'm very much in love. I'm very much happy where I'm at. No.
Who you in love with?
I'm in a relationship with Sway.
Oh, wait, it's official?
Yes.
No, meaning, are y'all dating or in a relationship?
We're in a relationship.
Y'all are girlfriend.
Yes, that is my partner.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah.
So I lost my chance.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like Sway was a more fit for her. We have, listen, Porsha has had her times where she want to lick on women and stuff. She had a fun time. She was into girls, okay? But I feel like Sway had more of a different than her than with Mike. Mike was cute, but, you know, you could tell she kind of, maybe it might be the same. I don't know. But then with Sway, it was like different. So I already knew it was going to be Sway.
Yeah, for quite some time now. Oh, yeah, sorry, baby. We can flirt from afar because she know you ain't going to do nothing. We can flirt. We can bump titties. You know what I mean?
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So when did you know you was into women?
I always knew.
I knew at 7 I was into boys.
I'm pretty sure around that time. Yeah, I'm going to hunt you, everybody. It didn't matter, girl, boy. We just come over. How can we put these two things together? Let's bump belly button. And I ain't care what was below the belly button. So at that point I said, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you think I'm serious.
Listen, Porsha been hiding this because after Cordell, I was shocked to hear that that's who she really was. She was trying to, like she said, fit in the box with Cordell and everybody else to do this and do that because that was what it was. But then that's what she really entails. She liked to have fun with girls. She said that. She said
it didn't matter. It didn't. I had me a girlfriend in elementary school and everything.
You did not have a girl in elementary school, Porsha.
Yes, I did. She had blonde hair. We used to go to the tire back.
You was in an interracial relationship?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Oh my God, I never said this before. But
no, okay. My first boyfriend at 7 was Alan. He was a white boy.
Really?
That's why I was laughing.
Really?
I was 7. I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota.
I was definitely at a private school, and we definitely had our favorite tire. We'd go over there and do a little smooch. Yeah, just little and just cute and whatever. But yeah, I mean, but as an adult, when you're really thinking about your sexuality, I knew that I was attracted to women. I just never envisioned it being like a true lifestyle. And I think that with what came with my last divorce came me honestly saying, what do I want for my life? Where could my heart lead me? If I were to ever be in another relationship, how can I do that as authentic as I can? What does that look like? And so as I dated Mike and as I dated Patrice, I said, you know what? I'm going to go with the energy that feels the best to me. I'm going to go where the energy and the love feels like home. And I found that with her. I just found it with her. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do just like I do any other relationship. I'm going to walk bold in this. And it ended up being like the biggest coming out story ever. But to me, it felt natural because I was doing something that was true to me. It didn't feel like, oh my God, now Porsha's dating a woman. Everybody else probably reacted to it way more than I was in the moment. I was just enjoying her. And you know me, I'm a hopeless romantic. I just want to scream from the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody needs to know, I am with her and I am happy and it's the best thing ever. And so I think that's how I presented it.
Now, a lot of people feel like she has done this with her other relationships and I have agreed. But it's just something, I hate to say it, to me, it's something different. I feel like that's what Porsha need to be. If I'm being honest. Yeah, it might work. She might have a little issue. She might not, but that's probably what she need to be. That's just like with Cardi. I feel like Cardi next relationship probably be something like Porsha and Sway a little bit. Just once she,
And you're in love.
I'm in love.
Congratulations.
Yes.
And listen, my advice to you is this. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to rush into in terms of like marriage and all that stuff. Like, when I look at you now, I've known you for over 10 years. And I will say this, and I mean this. This is the first time where I feel like you're lighter and freer. You feel like you feel more freer than you've ever been in your life. And I think a lot of it had to do with, and I resonate with this, and I do understand what you mean when you say sometimes karma is a blessing.
Yeah.
And it determines how you look at it. I think everything you have gone through, Porsha, led you to this woman today. You are operating your purpose. Yeah. You're operating your pursuit of happiness. I see that just based on everything you're doing. You have matured in ways that makes me proud to call you a friend, makes me proud to call you a star. You are all of those things to me. And I want you to know that me and the rest of the fans, you know, the Porshas, you know.
The Porshas.
You call the Porshas and the PJs. You know, we're very proud of you. And I really want you to know that. So what can we expect for you next though? Because it's gonna be wedding bells in the future or another baby you want?
You know, the baby subject is difficult. It is. I just so happened to go to the doctor today and found out that my fibroids have returned. So when it comes to the fertility journey, it's one that just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? And fibroids are unfortunately the gift that keeps on giving. And so I don't think that me being able to carry a child is in my future. So that was difficult. That literally just happened today.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I don't know what that looks like. I definitely always wanted another child. You know, Pilar is my world. She's everything. And I knew she was going to be my world. I knew she was going to be my lifesaver. I knew she was going to give me purpose and drive and everything. I just did want to add. I did want to have another child. And so I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not rushing it. You know, look, us as women, we're always on the time clock. You know, especially at my age. I actually think I'm probably premenopausal. I talk about it all the time with the girls on the show. I talked about it. It was a great conversation I had with the girls on the Ultimate Girls Trip because they're women of certain age. We just go through a lot. And, you know, when it comes to thinking about having another child, I'll just have to see how that works out. You know, fortunately, I'm with a woman who's younger. You never know. But I don't.
Would she carry like the brat did for Judy?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Those are conversations to be had later on. Okay. I just wanted to see what my body was doing. Right. And unfortunately, I am, you know, that's not in, you know, physically, I'm not able to do it. But, you know, as far as envisioning marriage and all those things, of course, I would love that. But I definitely am enjoying where I am. I'm thoroughly enjoying Porsha. And I thoroughly enjoy how I'm showing up in this relationship. And it's just so good. Like where we are, we're taking steps. You know, in the past, I've skipped the damn steps. Honey, I'm like, okay, 3 months in, we looking at rings. What we doing? Let's get married, big wedding, let's plan. You know, but I'm enjoying these steps with her. And yes, she knows how fast I have moved in my past relationships. And she can respect that now I'm slowing it down with her. She's slower paced herself. You know, she's 41 years old. So we both know that this next relationship for us is one we are truly invested in, one we want to be a forever relationship. I would love for her to be my forever partner, but I'm willing to do the work. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing right now. We're doing the work and we're just fucking enjoying each other. I mean, you can see my Instagram. We having a ball.
No, I know. I blocked her.
She having a lot of fun. And Carlos, I don't know why. I'm blocked that damn lady. But she is having a lot of fun. She's there on trips. They're having fun. They doing she even vlogs the whole thing and they be giggling, kiki, crying, laughing. So she's in a different place.
So you so bitter. Bitter Betty.
Child, the blocks away, honey. I'm like, I want to see this shit.
I know, honey. And she on the same time I'm on. Baby, she just as extra as me. Honey, if you a hater, you just gonna be sick.
I'm sick.
No, you
I'm a hater.
Let me tell you, just unfollow us right now.
I can unfollow you though.
No, unfollow me.
Okay.
Don't do me like that.
I can do like that.
You gonna have to see it.
Okay, fine. Sway, I will unblock you. Okay, we'll do that. But look, I've enjoyed this. This has meant the world to me. It has been long.
You asked me what's next up. Don't skip that.
Oh, I thought you and it was Sway was the answer. But
Sway is most definitely a part of it.
What's next for Porsha?
Well, I am definitely going to be producing more with my with my production company. I'm also really thinking about releasing volume 2 of The Pursuit of Porsha. I'm thinking about it. And also Go Naked is expanding again. So we have Cynthia Bailey who has, and by the way, can we just give it up for the
like
Cynthia
that.
Bailey wig?
Is that
Now listen, that's a good wig because people were saying it in the excuse me, in the comments on social media. It was like, baby, the hairline on that wig don't look like a wig hairline. That is plucked to the gods, honey. See, that is a good wig. That is what we mean by pluck. Because hold on, we can get
this is her.
You can't tell that's a hairline of a wig. You can't tell that's attached to a frontal sewed on. Do you understand? This is what we mean plucked. And the Atlanta girls and the Nigerian girls get it all the time. The Houston girlies too. The Dallas girls as well. When it comes to pluck and your hairline look like your hairline off, that is the hair coming out your scalp. That is what we mean. Okay? We don't want to see the hairline. We don't want to see that it's a wig and you trying to make it bleed. No, baby, it gotta look like your scalp. That's what I mean by your scalp. People thought I was bullying. No, baby, I've been in the Detroit girls. Put a 1 in the chat if you from Detroit. They would tell you, baby, it gotta look like your scalp, baby. Detroit, Atlanta, Dallas, and Houston, they will tell you straight up. In Florida, they'll tell you, no, baby, they gotta be melted down. They gotta look like your scalp. Your hair gotta look flawless. It's all in the hair. And that's what it is. People think you be funny. Ain't nothing wrong with the glueless wigs, but if y'all gonna throw them on, make it, it's more than just throwing it on and make it look, you gotta make it look like scalp.
Love it.
This is her wig, raw version, hair. This is the kinky. I'm obsessed. I'm like, Cynthia, I can't damn take it off. So Cynthia has her own wig.
I like
she has
that
2
wig.
different textures. She has this texture kinky. She also has a highlight wig. Then Drew Sadora. Yes, we love Drew Sadora. So Drew Sadora's back home, honey. My baby came back. She missed me. I miss her. So we're back, and she has her own line as well. She has blonde, and she has a beautiful auburn wig with us as well. And I have a couple other celebrities who are in line to also do their own wig line. So Go Naked is totally expanding. Pampered by Porsha is expanding. We're gonna have duvets, printed, everything within the next year. So I'm just really excited for what's to come. And I have to say again before we leave, to you and to supporters, thank you for being on this journey with me. Honestly, I truly love you all. I know that over the years you all have had to give me tough love. Yeah, I know that
all the girls on the show.
That a lot of people, when it comes to my type of celebrity, because you know on my show, some people can do stuff nobody give a damn about, right? They don't could care less. But me, they really care about everything I do. And I don't say that like, oh, you care what I do. No, I say because they actually care. They've been on this journey with me. They have, hopes and dreams. They have things they want me to do and like, oh, don't do that. But I appreciate all of it, good, better, and different. It comes with it when we're family. And I really do feel like a lot of the Housewife fans feel like my family. A lot of them coming to me in person and chastising me, honey. It's like, girl, you need to, you should have. And I'm like, okay, auntie, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, while you're here in my home, in my heart, in my space, that I love you and I love everybody who has supported me and, just been with me and continue to rock with me because it's a lot to come.
What do you think your father and your grandfather is saying about you in heaven when they look at you?
Wow. I would say that my father in particular is proud of the woman who I am. I know that he in particular would have wanted to be here to be protecting me in a lot of different ways. And I didn't have that protection, but I had to build it. I had to, ask God to step in his place. And I think that he would be glad that I made it to this space. He would be glad that I didn't give up and I survived, because when you're growing up and you have parents, you don't think about them dealing with depression. You don't think about them trying to rebuild or reinvent themselves. You just like, Daddy, do I have this? Mommy, do I have that? And I think now as an adult, him seeing me and my siblings, he would be glad that we fought through. And that we've become the people we are. And as far as my granddaddy, he would love that I'm badass. He would, because he was. He was the most badass civil rights activist you have ever seen. He was the one who was the bull in the china cabinet. He was the one who would rally everybody together. He's the one, when he spoke, you heard passion and purpose. And I think when I have a lot of moments and I get to speak and I have passion and purpose, I think that's him speaking through me. I think that's him empowering me as well to know that I can do anything. I can speak life into anything. So along with my mother, I know that they're the forces that are behind me and just taking care of me out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I truly appreciate it. I appreciate you asking me that. I don't get to think about them often in these spaces. So I appreciate that. I do.
No, of course. They're here. So you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
I didn't get up and hug you.
Love you, man.
I love you.
All right, y'all. That is all. That is it for that. Hold on. All right, you guys. That is it, you guys. That was a great interview. We finally got to interview Porsha. He was saying this since he started this. He was like, I would love to interview Porsha. I would love to interview Porsha. And he finally got to interview Porsha, child. He finally got to interview her, honey. And I'm not mad about it. And it was a great interview. He did great on it. He asked certain questions. Things were answered. And I feel as though we didn't get the answer with Shamia, but he answered some things. We'll just have to wait and see on the show, child. We'll just have to keep watching. I guess, Bravo, they can't say too much. That's all I can say. They can't say too much. So, all right, you guys, I'm finna end it here. I'll be back at 5:45. We'll do Mom Bay for like a couple of, till 6, 7 o'clock. And then tonight we'll be going on Kick and watching Bell Collective if you are interested. And streaming from there. So meet me on my Kick. I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you guys can't go there, so let me know. But I will be saying I'll be going on Kick later on. All right. Thank you guys. And tomorrow is going to be a long live. It'll just be 2 lives tomorrow. We have some things we got to discuss because I'm a little concerned. And I'm proud. First of all, I'm concerned not just for myself, but my supporters and everybody. I say that. And second, and I thank y'all for supporting me and continuing and giving me y'all honest opinions when needed. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.